I had a lot of experiences in sports and different activities before I joined the center. And I felt that even though I was having a lot of success in martial arts, jet ski racing, tennis, and others, I just didn't feel that I was finding the real happiness that I was seeking. Everything was a little bit elusive. I was able to be in the world championships in jet ski and again play quite well tennis, martial arts and other things, and soccer also. But even though I had a lot of success outwardly, inwardly, something was missing. And I definitely felt that there was something more deeper and with more meaning in life than just what I was experiencing. And that inner experience came through meditation. I started seeking, I went to different religious groups, and it was nice. I had a good experience there, but I felt that they were really limited. And then I started practicing meditation, and step by step I started seeing that the inner world is really without limit. It's really always expanding. And I learned to give the first steps, but then I definitely felt that I needed something more. And I was lucky enough to meet Sri Chinmoy. The first time was in 1997 in England in a concert he offered in the Royal Albert Hall for celebrating 50th anniversary of India's independence. And I was lucky to be in that concert, and I had a really powerful experience that made me feel this is exactly what I'm looking for, this is what I want, and go deeper into this. I feel that in Guatemala people are open, but also has a lot of traditions, and those traditions make certain new ideas a little bit difficult to convey or even to be more than accepted, be lived up to, for people to live a new reality, a different experience, a different way of life, you want to put it. But it's kind of a universal knowledge that we are looking for happiness, but we don't know where to find it. And when people come to a meditation class in Guatemala, and when they leave after the class, you see that something has changed in their life. And that small more happiness that they have, that more peace that they can find through the class, is really priceless when you're giving a class. And it gives you so much inspiration to continue to even do more, because you see how people are changing. And it's not that you have the capacity to change them, but you are offering something that by their practice, they manage to gain something and change a little bit their consciousness. And I'm 100% for it. If in one way or another I can be in a way of service to these aspiring souls. I received a meditation course of 4 or 5 classes in Hamburg, Germany. Then I decided I wanted to follow the spiritual path of Sri Chinmoy. So I applied to be a student of Sri Chinmoy. And I went back to Guatemala, and a few weeks later I received a letter saying that I was accepted as a student of Sri Chinmoy, and that Sri Chinmoy was going to come to Guatemala for his yearly meditation retreat, can we call it. And I was so happy to to have the experience to see Sri Chinmoy again and to practice meditation and learn directly from him the ABC of meditation. So it was really exciting. So he came to Guatemala, and a group of about 200 of his students, and they gave classes. So actually there was a small group that stayed for a few months after Sri Chinmoy visited Guatemala. That was about 6-7 months. But after that, I stayed alone, and I continued meditating alone for the next 3-4 years. And I felt an inner urge to start sharing with people the small diamonds, pearls that I have been receiving through the meditation that I have been practicing under the guidance of my meditation teacher, Sri Chinmoy. And in that way, I started giving classes. I didn't know exactly how to start or what to do. And probably I would say that the first classes were kind of learning what I was doing. But on the other hand, every time I gave a class, it helped me tremendously. The person that was having the most benefit, you can say, is the person sharing. You get more joy by giving a present than receiving one. And it was really amazing, and it continues to be amazing, giving a class and sharing the vast knowledge of Sri Chinmoy, that he gave it for free for thousands of people. He wrote over 1,500 books. And it's interesting when you are giving a class, how you become an instrument, and you have read a little bit of bits here and there, and they just start coming out. And I never prepare my classes. I have a general idea, but it's very general and sometimes not even general. And I just allow to feel it deep in my heart and just flow. So that I'm really an instrument and not, well, A, B, C, and program in one way. I try to feel what people need to hear. What is the experience people need to have so that they receive something from the class. Either they want to join our group or not. At the end, I don't think that's the main goal. The main goal is if you can put a little bit of light, a little bit of happiness into the life of each person, sow a little seed that it can grow step by step. And if we can achieve that, if I can achieve that giving a class, I think it's 100% worthwhile. We encourage students of Sri Chinmoy in the Guatemala Center to experience the worldwide family. And different activities are always happening in Sri Chinmoy centers around the world. And one of those is the Peace Run. It's an incredible activity that I feel really honored to take part and support in different ways. And one of the things, one of the ways that I always try to inspire people is to be part of the Peace Run. This year we are hoping that we have a big contingency of Guatemalans in the Peace Run in Europe. We hope that we can have about 10 students of Sri Chinmoy running in Europe and sharing the message of peace, harmony and oneness with everyone over there. And it's a worldwide family, and each of us inspires one another. And it's not that we are bringing peace, but we are learning from each culture, from each country, from each language that, believe it or not, it's really interesting how a language has a lot of benefits and sometimes even barriers. There are some languages where you cannot translate exactly certain words, and like that consciousness hasn't really dawned into that language or that culture. So the sharing of the Peace Run and the message that Sri Chinmoy gave through the Peace Run is something really inspiring, and I really encourage not only people from Guatemala and students of Sri Chinmoy from Guatemala, but from around the world to take part and to share this dream of happiness. Yes, absolutely. Actually, I spoke with Sri Chinmoy about it, and he agreed that it's a splendid idea, but first things comes first. And the first thing that we have to do is to have a solid meditation center in Guatemala that can continue growing even though I'm somewhere else. And for that, we need a center with a lot of activities and with many programs going on at the same time. And I think we need at least 50 solid members in the Sri Chinmoy Center in Guatemala to go to other places. Actually, Sri Chinmoy told me that once we have 50 solid members, we can go and share the experiences that we have had in Guatemala with other countries. Now, to which country will be the next one? That's a big question, and a good question also, that right now I'm not sure. I think the time has not come, and once the time comes, I'll try to go deep within and feel and be guided to see what is the next country. Right now we have about 40 students of Sri Chinmoy in Guatemala, so the day is approaching. Well, I guess like everyone else, we have to work. And yeah, I cannot escape that reality. I also work, I manage a company that is mainly moved from the perspective of practicing a spiritual life in the world. And there are quite a few students of Sri Chinmoy that work in the same company, and we practice meditation before starting to work. We have actually also once a week we have a meditation of about half an hour where we experience meditation and we try to have oneness and unity, and in this way we try to have a very harmonious place to work. We have the same goals, which is spread this way of life that empowers us to live and develop all our potential that is deep within ourselves, deep in our hearts. And the people that work in the company but are not students of Sri Chinmoy get this company culture of honesty, dedication, service to our customers, and servicing them, providing high quality products at good prices that will make their life easier and better. We're trying to spread the message that the dedication of each person in what they do makes a better world. And each person is really important. In our company is the same. Every person is needed, and every person has a purpose to develop and to do in the company so that it's successful. But we have to always keep in mind that we are doing this for a higher cause. And it's not just to earn money or to be number one as a company or be better than the competition. Yes, it's true. We are better if we serve our customers better. But we are going the other way around. We're not putting the money or the profits in front, but to make the way of life for each person a little bit better, including, and of course, first with the workers and our customers, so that this is a better world to live. Well, there's quite a few ideas. I think they're still coming down to be materialized. I actually asked my meditation teacher, Sri Chinmoy, about it, and he said that it was a splendid idea. And I'm still going through different ways and options to do it. I think one of those is we're getting a lot of people interested in our classes, in our meditation webpage, Meditación Guatemala, and they also ask a lot of questions. And I think, I'm thinking that answering those questions in small videos and sharing Sri Chinmoy's knowledge on those matters or those subjects could be really interesting. So that's one idea. The other idea is to do like a meditation course or meditation exercises. So I'm juggling a few ideas, and hopefully this year we'll start working on them. And another thing that I have the idea is how to connect many people from Latin America. And I always feel that we can achieve much more if we are united than if people with the same goals, same ideas are doing their things separate. So I'm still thinking what is the way and how should it be done. But the seed is there and I'm working on it. And in the next weeks or months, you'll get more news. Wish. Well, I think there are many wishes, but more than wishes is probably aspirations. How I aspire, or what I aspire the world to see, how it will turn out. I think from the corporate world, we can see a more humane companies, where they think more on the people and the people developing all their qualities and their potential than just profit and money. I aspire to see a world where we don't see our differences, but what unites us and what makes us a unique species in the universe, where if we aspire enough, we can make each of us more spiritual and allow that divinity to flow instead of our ignorance. I aspire to see many centers of meditation of Sri Chinmoy and other spiritual masters around Latin America and the world. I aspire a world that people can develop themselves to their fullest potential. I aspire a place where kids can be really kids and enjoy life and not have to work. I aspire for a world that light reigns supreme, where peace is felt and experienced in every corner and every moment. And it's easy to aspire for all that, but how to do it? I think it's a task of each and every one of us. I have been practicing for 20 years meditation under the guidance of my meditation teacher, Sri Chinmoy. And I have seen how through this 20 years my life has been changing little by little. And I have also seen by changing myself, I have a small impact in the world that surrounds me. And I think that if each one of us changes from within, we'll start changing the world. The world is not something that we have to change outwardly, but inwardly. And Sri Chinmoy has a saying that I like a lot, which goes like this: yesterday I was intelligent, for I wanted to change the world. Today I'm wise, therefore I'm changing myself. And I think everything starts with you, with me, with you as a person. And if we can change, if we can really make an effort to go deeper in life, the effect that that has in the whole world is unimaginable. what you do as a good cause, as a good action, it gets recorded in the core of Mother Earth, and it's there available for other people to get inspiration and to transform their lives. And I feel that's the main reason why we are on this planet, to make this planet a little bit better. For in that case, the new generations will not go through what we have been going through.